stake here, so let's get to Peter on the Central Coast, guys.
G'day, Paul. How are you?
Good, mate. Sorry, I overlooked you in the queue, mate, and everyone was screaming at once.
That's all right. The issue on drink drive, I'm just wanting to make a comment on that, Paul, if it's all right.
Yeah, go nuts, mate.
Yeah, I just... about the issue of putting zero alcohol limit on drivers, I honestly think one of the best ways to control someone getting behind the wheel of a motor car under the influence is to put an interlock device in the car. I had one in my car, and I had one installed by the courts for an offence that I committed, drink drive, and I've kept it in the car. And the interesting thing is, Paul, what it does, you can have a big night the night before. I can go down to my car the next morning and try to start it. If I'm 0.03, that motor car won't let me start that engine. I have to spend half an hour the next morning waiting and to get my blood alcohol level down below 0.02. And if I go back to Pauline Hanson's comment about the bloke in the pub and affecting the pubs and whatever, well, if he's a fair dinkum guy and he walks out to his car and his car's got a device on it that says, mate, you can't start me because you're over the limit, then it's something to be said. Whether, just quickly, Paul, whether they become a mandatory thing on new motor cars, we seem to be very quick to put Apple CarPlay in cars and what have you. Why can't we put a device there that requires someone to breathe into that device and show that they're under 0.05, and if they're not, that motor car won't start for them.
All right, thank you, Peter. Look, I understand the idea. Matt, the only thing I don't like about the idea is, as a person who's a non-drinker, it would send me batty that it would be the case, rather than using it as a device to double-check whether things are okay. Look, as Stephen Conroy said, the reason it was 0.05 is because doctors said that's when your judgment gets impaired. And sure, the way to get rid of drink driving is to ban all forms of alcohol at all in your blood system, but we're kind of at the happy medium now, right? It is already illegal to go over 0.05.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it would be completely unfair on the 95% of people who always do the right thing to have to force them to blow into the bag before they get into the car. But I do think that there'd be merit in having some kind of better testing systems at pubs, you know, or available to people. I mean, the only things I've ever seen are those things where you put the straw in the wall at the pub just for a bit of a laugh when you've had way too many, and I'm not sure how accurate they are.
Yeah, there's a competition.
You know, I think that. Yeah, I think there would be some merit in having some sort of system or, you know, some sort of device that could give you an idea. Because often people, when they drink drive, they think they're under the limit. They think they're 0.04 and it turns out they're 0.08 or 0.09. But, yeah, I think putting them in everyone's car is probably a bridge too far.